Alright, hey everyone, Noah Walker here with my video series Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. Back here with another match of Ad Nauseam Tendrils against Chris Anderson playing Blue Red Delver. And we won the roll, so yes, I would love to play first. This hand does nothing. This is so far the first hand I've seen that actually just does nothing. It has a million lands in this 14 land deck, so we definitely can't keep with all those. The discard spells are great if we had more spells, but yeah, has to mulligan. This hand's good though. It's not like a fantastic hand or anything, but it's good. Lotus Petal. Petal is fine. I don't know if I want it though. Like Petal doesn't really help us in this scenario. Like the type of cards we're looking for here are like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, LED. Like one of each of those, and the Infernal Tutor, and we just have lethal. So I'm just gonna bottom the Petal, which feels kind of bad because Petal is definitely one of the most powerful cards in the whole deck, but I just don't think it's good enough here. I'm definitely just gonna lead off with Island Preordain. Okay, Dark Petition doesn't seem great, so I'm gonna put that on bottom, but I like the Ponder. Again, just to find the few cards I was speaking of before. I think I'm even going to just lead off with a Brainstorm next turn. Grand with a Ponder of his own. Totally fine. Better that it's not pressure for us. Maybe better for him because his hand didn't have any like counter spells or something, so you never know. Okay, Petal is definitely not bad. Play a Fetch, play a Brainstorm. We don't want the Tendrils, and I think the next weakest link might be Rain of Filth. Like we could shovel back Brainstorm because Rain of Filth is actually just it's 1 black for 3. It's in the 5th Dark Ritual a lot of the time. Like let's say we find another land with the Ponder again next turn or something, then it's an extra Dark Ritual, which is fine. So the fact that this card's a pseudo Dark Ritual is powerful, but this card might just be better. Here, let me think about that. So this turn we're cracking, duressing, or actually no, I think this turn we're cracking and pondering, and then next turn we're duressing. So I think I really want to put back this Rain of Filth, but maybe it's just wrong to do that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna back the Rain. Like, because it's not actually a Dark Ritual yet, because we only have 2 lands. So for it to be Dark Ritual, we have to find another land too, and I just don't think that's really worth it. Ponder. Okay, that card is actually an actual Dark Ritual. And there's a Ponder here, so I have to keep these. Put back Rain, Dark Writ, Ponder, no shuffles. The duress is going to be really good next turn. So yeah, next turn I think it's just duress then Ponder. Actually, if we just find like an LED, I think we just have lethal, so. We can actually do the math, but I assume that like Dark Writ, LED, Infernal, Petal is lethal. I'm sure I'll be able to find a lethal from there. Especially if he just spends his time like playing dudes. I guess like the more I think about it, it's like fine for him if he's just pondering and looking for the spells. Because like if his hand is just mono dudes, then he's never gonna win. So probe. So Spear. Should not have lands. Must have drawn the Swift Spear. Why would you Swift Spear then probe? Oh, maybe put it back in the wrong order? That would make sense. Maybe he has another ponder here or something. I don't know. Definitely seems like a silly thing to do. Ugh, Ponder is so bad for us. The reason that stuff like Ponder is actually like later in the game is super annoying is because, well, one, he has information on our hand. So like since he just probed to know that we have it duress, he can set up this Ponder so that he next turn does not draw the Force of Will or whatever. So like next turn we can Ponder, set up to duress the same turn that we go off. But duressing the same turn we go off is not insane. Okay, he chose to shuffle, so I think I'm gonna duress then Ponder next turn. Like, I suppose... Huh. 3, it's only plus... The Rain of Filth is only +1, so I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, I think I'm just going to duress here. Force of Will, Daze, Price, Storm Chaser. So yeah, definitely just taking the Force of Will. Petal... and Ponder. The one spell from the Petal isn't particularly relevant, so. If he Daze is here, then we just happily sack our Petal. Ooh, a second Infernal. The second Infernal is actually not bad. Because I think with 2 Dark Rituals, then this hand just goes off. So if like what? If next turn... We get the Rain is just +1 mana, but that might be enough. So we Infernal for Dark Rit next turn. Then we have Dark Rit. Well, we have to Brainstorm too, kind of, right? I don't think this is a Ponder we can shuffle though. Like Infernal Tutor into. Huh. 3, 5. Oh, the thing is we have to Brainstorm too, but we can just Brainstorm for like a land or something. Actually, I think Brainstorming for a land is brilliant here. So I'm going to put it back. Ponder, Tutor, Rain. No shuffles, and then just pass. The Daze is annoying, but I think we can still play around it. Storm Chaser Mage. Okay. So anyway, it's Price, a land, and a card we don't know about. Or sorry, Price, a Daze, and a card we don't know about. Infernal Tutor. Dark Ritual. I feel like I'm just making many misplays like every turn with this deck, but it's a really hard deck to play against a blue deck. Here I'm mostly just hoping that he didn't draw a Force of Will, really. I guess that's the most I can hope for on any given turn, so that's a really good draw here. I'm going to lead off with a Dark Ritual. Alright, now I'm going to try to Brainstorm. Okay, Cabal Therapy is also a great one. So I can put back... I guess just put back Preordained Island, right? Yeah, because the Rain of Filth is even though the Rain of Filth is only +1 land, I think it's better than having the island. Actually, is it better than having the island? I guess because it's +1 spell also. +1 mana and +1 spell. Yeah, I guess it's close. Lotus Petal. Ball of Therapy. So what? Guess we name Days here? Does the Days actually do anything though? This puts us up to 4 black, 2, 1, 4, 5. Oh, I'm naming Days. Like if he drew force and blue card, then I guess he got us, but this game is just much easier to navigate through if we name the Days. Let's say we name Force and he drew a second Days, and then we just die, so. Okay. Price, Storm Chaser. Okay. Great success. Dark Ritual. Deal +1 on Rain of Filth. Infernal Tutor. Past in Flames. Black. Red. Past. Black. Dark Ritual. Did I mess up? Might be 1 mana short. Oh, no, I'm not. Because I just Infernal, I get Cabal Ritual, play the Cabal Ritual, play the second Infernal, and then I win. Okay, we did it. Actually, if he just, like, cast the Days at some point in there, then maybe we were dead. But I don't really think he can cast Days ever, so. But that was a super scary game for like how little actually got done to us. It just felt like we were at the mercy of our opponent drawing Force of Will, or not drawing Force of Will. But I guess that just is why the duress and stuff are so important for a matchup like this. Sweet. All right, let's go into game 2. So for one of these matches, I was trying out boarding in the Empty the Warrens, just in case we needed like an extra Wind Condition, didn't have enough Storm, and needed something we could play. And it seemed like okay. Like there was one scenario where I think we could have emptied for like 12-ish tokens, possibly, going down to like 5. I want to say no, we were at more life than that. Maybe 8 life. And we ended up like whiffing on one of our spells and dying, and not being able to find the Lethal with Tendrils, which is okay. So like it's possible empty is worth it, but I felt that having like all of the cantrips was super valuable. So I think I'm just gonna try -1 Preordain, +1 Therapy, and just touch deck like that. Yeah, the best part about this deck is you don't actually want to sideboard very often. It just dilutes your strategy, you know? Which is actually super cool. Like there's a lot of decks, especially in Legacy, where using your sideboard is one of the most important things. Like you have to have a good sideboard or your deck is much worse. But in this deck, it's like your main deck is already so good against everything that your sideboard just helps against the cards that your deck is particularly bad against. So definitely very interesting. But yeah, this hand was just a very easy keep. It has a discard spell, has 2 cantrips, and it has 2 of the cards that are best to go off with. So like there's a lot of different ways that you can go off with this deck by creating mana, as we just saw with like the double Dark Ritual no LED thing that we just happened to do last game, and the Rain of Filth. But Cabal Ritual and Lines of Diamond are just 2 of the best cards to kill. They give you so much mana for so little cards. Okay, second LED is not even bad, because now as soon as we find like something to go off with, then I think we just can go off. I'm just gonna get C's. Now that we know he's not playing a Wasteland deck, I'm fine just getting C's. Ponder. So I actually think the second Cabal Therapy is pretty strong. Like, we could draw... I kind of want the Delta over the Petal, though, here. Like, Petal is just fake mana, and Delta is not. And Therapy is actually, like, synergized really well with each other. So I'm going to put Petal last. Delta, Therapy, no shuffle. If he has Pyrostatic Pillar, then I'm going to feel really bad that I didn't use one of the Cabal Therapies. But, I mean, like, that's just not a card I'm really going to play around, so. He'd also have Null Rod. Null Rod would be super bad for us. There's just multiple 2-mana cards here they could play, and we're just like, okay, dead. Doesn't look like he has one, though, as he's fetching right now, so. It's possible, though. Ponder. Okay. So I think with the first Cabal Therapy, I'm going to name Force of Will, because it's just the most powerful card. And then with the second one, I think I'm just going to see what's in his hand and then take whatever is best from there. But I think we can actually set up like a kill pretty soon. Next turn we draw the second fetch land. Just therapy. So our hand is going to be Delta. It's just going to be these 5 next turn is our hand. Chose to not shuffle with the Ponder, which does definitely worry me, at least a little bit. Just going to play this land, play this Cabal Therapy. Immediately cracks fetch. So this leads me to believe that maybe he's casting something like Brainstorm. Yeah, okay. So what really sucks about Brainstorm in this matchup is there are cards that he can find that are just basically, you know, just get me. He can put a Pyrostatic Pillar or a Null Rod back on top, and then that just gets me, really, so. I'm still just going to name Force. Yeah, the thing is, like, a lot of the times they'll think that maybe, like, the play that you're making means that they can't, like they can't put forces and stuff on top. But like, I think I still have to name Force of Will anyways, because I have the second Cabal Therapy, so. Bedlam Reveler, Delver of Secrets, Stormchaser Mage, Force of Will, Jadaxian Probe. I forget what the top card is a Petal. So Petal doesn't do all that much, but Petal's also not horrible. There's 3 cards in the yard. I could just, like, take the Probe. I kind of want to take the Probe. None of the other cards in his hand do anything, so. Oh, the Bedlam Reveler, too. Huh. The Therapy. This is just super close. Like I'm really leaning towards, like, I just want to take the Bedlam Reveler from his hand. It seems so good. But I guess he can't really cast Bedlam Reveler if he wants to cast other stuff. Yeah, I'll just ship the turn. I think drawing the next card is like fine. Not great, but I think it's fine, so. Ooh, Surgical's the Therapy. I almost want to, like, sack Brainstorm in response, because we're already losing a card, right? So if I sack this and then cast Brainstorm, like, we are almost unlosing a card, actually. So as crazy as that, but That play just can't be great though, huh? Guess he's shuffling our deck for a second. No, I'm just gonna let it happen. So I could sack Brainstorm, but I think even still, like the fact that it's Brainstorm is actually saving us a card, it's less valuable than if I just wait. So, like if he has Force of Will now, then it's a little bit annoying. The third Force, but wait, he just drew 2 cards that we didn't know about, and one of them was a Surgical Extraction, and we don't know what the last one is. So, if he doesn't play Storm Chaser Mage, then that leaves us. Oh, he has Delver in his hand too. Another LED is not great. Huh. So we're definitely going to crack the Delta and Ponder this turn. The question is, like, do we put back LED times 2 or do we put back LED and Petal? The upside to the second LED is that it just gives us infinite mana for when we do actually go off, and the upside to Petal is that it helps us play around stuff like, what's it called, Flusterstorm, a little better. But I think that two LEDs is actually probably just more powerful, so I'm going to keep those. And I'm going to play the second fetch land here because it's just very important that this Ponder resolves. So I'll get the Volk. Those cards do nothing. That is the card that we need to kill, so. So this hand is actually great, because we can try to go off with the Infernal Tutor, and have Past and Flames back up too, because we decided to keep a second LED. So I'm actually pretty happy with the second LED here, considering that we have Past. Bolt was revealed. Okay, Bolt doesn't do very much, so that's good for us. It's probably one of the worst draws in the whole deck, though. What we really wanted was something to turn on the Cabal Writ, so. But is okay. Play this. Play this. LED. LED. Sack for red. And I'll sack for blue, I suppose. Actually, I'll just get black, because both these had blue. Force is there. Okay. So he passed. I guess I'll leave 1 and 1 up. I guess we might as well just Cabal with the mana we have floating. Alright, so this ended up being, yeah, just a very good game. Super close. Just gonna get Tendrils and play it because, you know, he's at 11, so. unless we're just getting like trolled here. So, but I think we just know his hand. So yeah, the Tendrils kill ended up being enough. I think that I played okay. Like I'm still not sure that it was correct to do the brainstorm, to not brainstorm before the like in response to him casting the surgical, because it basically saves us a card. But it ended up being okay. We got to dig deeper with the brainstorm, which is really what I wanted the brainstorm for anyways. So, but the thing about casting the brainstorm in response is that he still shuffles our library by removing the therapy. So maybe it just was the right play to have cast the brainstorm. But yeah, so that's it. Had some pretty good matches against this Blue-Red Delver deck. Turns out that Storm is still just very good against like even a deck that has pressure in the form of Delvers and Swift Spears and stuff like that, and counter magic, like you can still beat them, which is crazy to me. I figured that those were the decks that Storm would have the most trouble with, but it seems like they can definitely be tough for you. But if you like maneuver the lines well, then Storm is just a super powerful deck. But yeah, that's it for now. Hopefully we'll have some more super, sweet interactive Magic for next week. Thanks for watching.